Bro, Hollywood P reacts.
What's good, YouTube? It's your dude Hollywood P back again for another video. Now, as always, folks, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Also, turn on your post notifications so that you stay up to date with all of my latest uploads. All right, guys, we are back once again, and today we have a few topics to discuss. I guess one of the biggest topics is going to be, of course, this whole DDG finally taking a break after months and months from streaming. You know, he announced it yesterday that, you know, he is burnt out. He said it many times that it's a lot of streams that he's recently done, including the yacht in Miami. He didn't really want to do it. But hearing from Dub, which is DDG's brother, of course, he said that the reason why DDG streamed so much, outside of the obvious reason, you know, missing Halo and everything and trying to keep himself occupied, it was about the rush that he gets from streaming, because it's like all of a sudden, you know, you laying across the bed, you watching Netflix, you just kind of like maybe eating some snacks, drinking water or whatever you got going on. Then all of a sudden you hit the stream button and it's like 10,000 people watching you. You end the stream and then you go to TikTok and you see yourself all over TikTok, you know, clipped, all kind of remixes to what you just said and everything. And he says it's just kind of like an adrenaline rush. That's why he streamed so much. It's kind of like it was a high, you know, it's like an internet high. But DDG finally admitted that, you know, he needed a break. He has to put his health first now, because he has been going through some things. Like I told you, you know, he had his big toe is fractured from a basketball game, I think maybe like a year or two ago. That's bothering him again. Also, you know, he has shoulder pain, his rotator cuffs messed up, allegedly, and also he was dealing with the ear infection, which cleared up because he got some antibiotics and stuff like that. So he just felt like it's time to, you know, take vitamins, relax, maybe take a vacation with no cameras and just go lay out on the beach with no worries. You know what I mean? That's what his plan is. He just want to be normal for a while. No cameras, no nothing. So he's just out doing his daily thing. But also, you have to remember that he is taking a lot of meetings, kind of behind the scenes. He's kind of get back in the studio. He said, I think the night before last, he recorded 10 songs in the studio. He hasn't been in the studio in a while since he created That's My Ball. You know what I mean? So he's back just being normal, you know, without the cameras. You know, he's actually able to now take India Love on that Ibiza trip once she finished up with her club bookings in different cities and photo shoots, because like I told you, India Love is back on. India Love has been relit. India Love used to be super popular back in the day, but of course time went on. You know, after the Westbrook show they had on BET, things just kind of, you know, started kind of going downhill, you know. But the streaming stuff with Twitch re-sparked her image. So now she's out and about just like she's born again. You know, she's doing her thing. Now, a lot of people also had questions about why doesn't DDG claim India Love? And I keep telling you guys, it's for a couple reasons. First off, it's because he's well aware of the internet and how you guys portray India Love as to being jumping from man to man. Every time her name's brought up, it's always in some type of negative connotation, where she's looked at as some type of, you know, party girl or something like that. You know, hopping from man to man, hopping from, you know, the guy got money over here. Then once he starts running a little low, she runs over here. Like, you know, she just got that image from you guys. Like out here, we don't treat her like that in LA, you know, but that's what the internet and the world sees her as, because she's been around for so long. You know, they even go back to pointing out the whole situation she had with the game and everything when she was very young. That was years ago. Everybody has that, you know, those early days when we out here wilding. You know, everybody's got that, unless you're a nun. You know what I'm saying? But also, like I was saying, DDG also has to like regroup for this whole court appearance, you know, because he's got her restraining order, which is Halle Bailey's restraining order case coming up on the 20th of this month at 8:30 in the morning. So he'll be back in court. So he's got everything that he's got going on, you know, business wise and personal stuff. He's just trying to like, he can't really do that type of stuff on stream, so he needs all his time. So even though he's supposed to be taking this time to relax and, you know, and chill and lay out on the beach and go on vacations and stuff like that, yes, he gonna still do that. And he also has to prepare for his whole dating show, which is going to be a very expensive show, you know, up to probably like $250,000 to get this show done. A lot of people saying that they won't watch the show. Some people saying, yeah, we'll watch it. But you guys are going to watch it because you want to know and you want to see if DDG might actually like somebody. Just like if you watch episode of Love Island, when you watched it, you was like, okay, it's funny, it's a lot of stuff going on, but the people on the show actually really start catching feelings. So for DDG, he don't know the women already that he's going to be putting on the show, so he could actually find somebody else outside of India Love, which I doubt it, because she's already addressed it. She said, oh, so that's what you're going to be doing on your show, your love show? He's like, nope, absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people saying, like, why are you doing a dating show if you're supposed to be allegedly dating India Love? But a guy of DDG's caliber and his status, you know, coming from a Halle Bailey situation to where he's at now, he's a catch. You know what I'm saying? Like, the women are on him. So it's no reason why India Love shouldn't be on him. You know, that's her friend. I'm sure he has his needs, she has hers. He's there to, you know, knock her edge off, and she's there to knock his edge off, if you get what I'm saying. It's just what it is. They both grown. They touchy-feely, same way like Senko and Lala. You know what that is. You know what I'm saying? So they got to have somebody. You know what I'm saying? So why not have somebody that's on the same, you know, playing field or do the same thing as you, far as like, you know, entertaining people. That's what they do. So I think they make a great couple. I know, like I said, they get a lot of slack for what they do, but at the same time, it is what it is. They look great together. You know, even the haters say DDG and India Love look great together, you know, but you guys always convert back to her track record. But DDG been out here wilding too. He do his thing as well, you know what I mean? But, you know, it's always looked upon, I guess, when a woman does it, hey, it's no good. But she hasn't really been doing anything. She's been actually in relationships. She's not just popping in and out with people. When she was with Devin Haney, she was in a relationship. With The Game, she was in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? And everybody else she's been with, she's pretty much been in a relationship. It hasn't been like she's out here at the club getting drunk, leaving with guys and NBA players and football players. She's not that type of girl. You know what I'm saying? I would let you guys know. Like I said, I'm out here in it. Ears to the street. I'm in the mix. You understand what I'm saying? It's Hollywood P. Believe that. But, you know, so like I said, DDG just has a lot going on. He's still trying to, like, he's also got to, remember, he's got a restraining order case on Halle as well. He filed paperwork, so he's got to go and put in his, you know, say so in the court as well. Now, I don't know when the court date for that is, but that's got to happen as well. Halle Bailey gets her date, DDG gets his, and then the fight for Halo begins, the whole custody battle. You know what I'm saying? The custody battle hasn't begun yet. This is just the restraining order stuff. So once he gets to the custody battle part, that's when he'll get his days with Halo. But I'm thinking right now he's really not in a rush because he has such a packed schedule and he doesn't want to get the stigma of leaving Halo with his mom all the time while he's out handling business and working. He's probably trying to wait till things slow down, then jump into the custody battle when he doesn't really have anything going on. You know, streaming, he already said that he's not doing it day to day, so that's no longer any pressure on him. You know what I'm saying? Now he can actually take care of business, get things in his affairs in order, and then have his time with Halo. You know what I'm saying? Because life went on. After all this stuff happened, life still went on. DDG was making moves. He was signing deals. He was trying to get his content house, which I think they're going to get. Him, Dub, I think Baby Rich, Derek, Wizard Kelly. You know what I mean? I think they're going to get this house and Jay Cinco. And it's going to be, you know, it's going to be a dope moment. All the guys collabing. It's going to be a lot of entertainment in that house, and they're going to have some fun. But like I say, India Love, DDG, it is what it is. They're going to Ibiza, baby, and that's facts. But anyway, guys, I'm going to end the video here. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and also turn on your post notifications. And as always, folks, as always, holla back at your boy. Peace.